Okay. I really want to talk to you about Adalat Sahaba because last week I said to you that I want us to discuss Adalat Sahaba because you came here. Yeah. You came here, and
you decided not to discuss with me. And the Sheikh also said no.
Because I wasn't able because I had no time to discuss with you. Understand?
No problem.
So I said to you, let's do it next week. Understand? I'm here now, and I'm glad you came. Yeah. Because you went up to some Sunni brothers and you challenged them. Who? Well, some I don't really know. Sorry, I don't really know his name.
To this day, I have not challenged a single Salafi to a discussion. I can say that Quran on my heart, except you over there. I have never.
You challenged me there about the Sahaba.
Except that. So every discussion I've had on YouTube, I have not challenged a.
You want to do it now?
Content over everything.
How are you?
Good?
Yeah, not too bad. Huh?
Can I ask you a question?
We actually had a few questions for you if you don't mind.
For me, yeah?
Yeah. We wanted to talk about Tawheed.
Tawheed?
Yeah, so we believe that the main difference between us...
No, wait. Before we begin anything, let me ask you a question first. Say why you're here in the first place. You see, usually there's a lot of you. So let's, for the viewers, just explain why you're here, so we can really understand why you came here.
So we came to speak. We have our Arbaeen procession right below, and we just came to Speaker's Corner to see how the Muslims are.
Arbaeen is what? Can you explain to the people?
I've already explained.
Oh, you explained?
Yeah, I already explained to them. But in regards to Arbaeen, it's the procession of Imam Hussein. It's his death anniversary, and we want to hold these marches in this respect.
Can I ask you a question? Who was more superior in taqwa? Was it Ali or Hussein?
Sorry?
Who was more superior?
You've asked the question, but we were talking about Arbaeen.
No, I know.
So I was talking about Tawheed.
I'm getting
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I would like to know, obviously.
I asked the question about Tawheed.
No, because Tawheed, you can discuss Tawheed if you want, but let's stick to the reason why you're here in the first place, which is Arbaeen, yeah?
That's fine, we're here for Arbaeen.
Yeah.
But in regards to why we come to Speaker's Corner, we haven't come to Speaker's Corner for any really message. So in regards to that, I said let's talk about Tawheed because Tawheed is the main message of Islam. It's the main pillar of our faith, which a Sunni can agree to and a Shia can agree to. That the main pillar of my faith and your faith is Tawheed. So, are you not willing to ask any questions about Tawheed?
I will discuss Tawheed, but to be honest, I think we should discuss really the main difference between us. Yeah?
That's what my point is. The main difference between ours and yours is Tawheed.
Tawheed is one of them. Tawheed is one of them.
It's the main one.
It's not. The main one is Imamate.
Tawheed.
It's Imamate. Let's start Imamate.
The main pillar of Islam is Tawheed, then Nabuwa, then Imamah.
Yes, we'll discuss Tawheed.
So why can we not discuss Tawheed first?
Because, listen, if you want to put a condition on me, I don't have to accept it. You understand?
That's why you don't have to accept it, but I mean, there's a lot of people here and you don't want to discuss Tawheed.
I think because, you see, Tawheed is good for between us, Sunnis and Shias. If other people are watching, they need to know that the main difference between us, the Sunnis and Shias, is the Imamate.
Even a Christian will have a knowledge to obtain from Tawheed. Really? Even a Jew would have knowledge to obtain from Tawheed. Okay. We all believe in one God. Okay. The Christians, Jews and Muslims here all believe in one God. And this is what I'm calling everyone.
So let's stick to the Imamate first and then we go to Tawheed. Yeah?
I'm really surprised.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tawheed is number one in my school of thought and yours.
Look.
Are we scared to discuss Tawheed?
I first asked him about Arba'in, then you said Tawheed. I said, okay, but let's go to Imamah. They say no, Tawheed. Okay, let's step by step.
I've already had a discussion with you on Imamah. So why do you want to discuss it again
because
today?
That is the main one.
The main one is Tawheed, actually.
Sorry, Said, I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, go for it.
The thing is, look, at the end of the day, when you discuss with a non-Muslim, first you discuss Allah, right? You wouldn't say to believe in the Prophet first. So what this brother is trying to say to you here, what the brother is trying to say to you here is in order to discuss Imam, you have discussed Tawheed.
We will discuss Tawheed.
Arba'in, to be honest with you, bro, it's not really a key issue because it's more fiqh related. Do you understand?
No. Look,
at the day in fiqh,
I tell you why it's related. Yeah.
Okay.
Because many Shias majority that take part in Arba'in, when you ask them why do you do Arba'in, they usually say to you, it's to commemorate the memory of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and whatnot, isn't it? Yes. So I like to ask them question. I said, okay, fair enough. I said, who was more superior between Ali and Hussein radiallahu anhu? They will say, of course, Ali was the most superior. We all agree that Ali, taqwa, was the most superior between both of them. So I say, okay, so why don't you do Arba'in for Ali?
Actually, that's wrong, brother. I correct you there. Some Shias do commemorate the Arba'in of the Shahada of Imam Ali.
They do, yeah?
They do.
So why?
This is not something
in the same extent?
No, I'll explain to you. This is not something which is obligatory in religion. We don't consider this obligatory. If people do this, this is out of love and reverence to Imam Hussein in Islam.
Is there, would you say it's a bid'ah, yes or no?
Well, bid'ah, it depends what you define as bid'ah.
Bid'ah meaning from a Shari perspective.
In Shari perspective,
could you give your definition of bid'ah, please?
Well.
No, we don't believe in bid'ah.
Could you give your definition of bid'ah, please?
We believe, logically speaking, yes. From a linguistic speaking, yes. There are some bid'ah, for example, like reading the Quran from your phone, or for example, driving a car. These are good bid'ah, yeah? Bid'ah hasana. This
Okay,
is
so where do you
linguistic.
get this from? Hadith?
Shar'i.
Where did the Prophet say there's a good bid'ah?
Listen, we know obviously, as a Shia, you follow the Sunnah, yes?
Yes.
You follow the Sunnah.
Yes.
How do you follow the Sunnah?
Through the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam.
For the Ahlul Bayt, yeah?
The Sahaba never distinguished between good bid'ah and bad bid'ah.
Right.
Never ever.
There's no difference.
In fact, there's not a single tradition that even mentions that.
So for example, let me give you an example.
I tell you what my definition of bid'ah is.
Yeah.
So bid'ah for us is to introduce something which is considered to be worship or an act of amal, yeah, and you make this part of religion, like Taraweeh. Like
okay, thank you.
Taraweeh
Yes.
would be considered.
It's
to
a
be-
bid'ah, yeah?
Yes.
Even though Ali in your own books did Taraweeh, but nevertheless, that's fine. Even in your own books, he did Taraweeh.
We don't have any tradition.
That's fine, no problem. You
have
say
any-
no,
Ali
I can show that to you. But you said something very good, Baba. You said any act of ibadah
Yeah.
introduced into the religion
Yeah.
is taken as an bid'ah.
Like Taraweeh.
Beautiful. Listen, for you it's bid'ah, even though it's in your own books, no problem. But let's say, for example, when you do arba'in, do you do this as a worship, yes or no? And is it something that you do in order to gain the hasanah of Allah, yes or no?
We do it to get closer to Imam Hussein alayhi salam.
To
We do it to get closer to Imam Hussein alayhi salam.
Imam Hussein. Do you do it ultimately to have hasanah from Allah, yes or no?
Ibadah is just for Allah alone. Worship
No.
is just for Allah alone. We
Ibadah,
don't
what I'm
worship
saying,
Imam
listen,
Hussein.
when I give
One hadith.
zakat,
One hadith.
when I give
One
zakat
hadith,
to
inshallah.
someone, when I give zakat to someone, yeah, I'm not worshiping the person. I'm doing it to come close to Allah, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm saying, when you do arba'in, do you do it ultimately to gain the pleasure of Allah, yes or no?
No, we do it for the pleasure of Imam Hussein alayhi salam.
So Imam Hussein, and he's more worthy than Allah?
The thing is, look, at the end of the day, let me explain
Say
something
it.
to you.
Is Imam
Brother,
Hussein
listen
more
to me.
worthy than
Listen
Hussein in
to me.
Allah?
Obviously, in your principle, in your fiqh, you have a concept. Everything is halal, everything's haram till proven halal.
When it
Correct?
comes to ibadah, yes.
Yes. See, when it comes to us though, we have a similar concept as well. Everything is halal
Until
Halal?
proven haram. Everything is halal until proven
opposite.
haram.
Everything is halal.
until proven haram.
Right. So for example, how many rakahs in Fajr do you pray? Huh? Two. If I come and say, Papa, you know what? I think 2 is not enough. Let me do 4. I feel energetic. I want to come close to Allah. Would that be allowed? Yes or no?
No, it wouldn't.
No,
Why not?
because it's proven it's 2.
No. How is that proven?
Because the Imam today Islam told us
Okay.
that it's
Is there any hadith that said you have to pray 2?
Yes.
Do you have
We
to
have
pray
tradition,
2?
yes, we have
You have to pray 2.
Yes, we have tradition.
And you can't add anything.
No, of course you can't.
You can't add anything.
No, you can't.
No. I know you have narration that says that Muhammad sallallahu he prayed 2 rakats. We have that also. But I'm saying, do you have any narrations that states that you can only pray 2 and you must only pray 2 and you cannot add anything to it?
Yes, in our books of fiqh is mentioned that, the Imam today Islam mentioned
Where?
it in our tradition.
Which one?
I haven't got the traditions on me, but definitely, everything has a prescribed method. But the thing is, again, this issue of arba'in, to be honest with you, it's not really
No,
significant.
but
It's not
you said
it's not
that
really
anything, look, you said very beautifully that in Al-Sunnah, when it comes to ibadah, everything is haram until proven halal. So unless there's any text from the Quran and Sunnah that backs up our ibadah, we don't do it.
Yeah, because it'll be considered as
Now,
bid'ah.
yes.
Yeah.
And in Tashayyu, you're saying it's the opposite.
It's pretty much the
Everything is
opposite, yeah.
allowed
Yeah.
unless proven
Yeah.
haram.
Yeah. In fact,
But
it's
I'm
so-
saying with this concept, subhanAllah, I can invent so many things.
Are you
I
going
can
against the
invent-
lady for the Prophet?
Muhammad sallallahu there's so many things that he said that he didn't say we shouldn't do. So many things. Like I just said, I
regards to arba'in precision-
I can pray 4 rakah in Fajr.
Can you
I
give me your
pray 4
definition of
rakahs and say,
bid'ah?
you know what?
Can you give us your definition of bid'ah?
Bid'ah is a 2 types. Bid'ah lughawi, bid'ah shar'i, yeah?
Okay, define each one, please.
Now, lughawi is, for example, linguistic bid'ah. So what is a linguistic bid'ah? It can be anything, for example, driving a car. It can be, for example, reading the Quran on your phone. You understand?
Okay.
And things are worldly matters.
Worldly matters.
Bid'ah shar'i is things related to ibadah.
Khair.
Anything in ibadah. Now, in bid'ah lughawi, we follow what you said. That everything is permissible unless proven haram. When it comes to bid'ah shar'i, it's the opposite. Everything is haram unless proven
Can I
halal.
ask you a question based on that, please? Your 6 hadith books, yes? You've compiled 6 Sunni hadith books. This, according to your definitions, is a shari bid'ah.
This is a shari bid'ah.
Technically, yes.
Right. Why is that?
The hafs that you have on the Quran, the zabar, zair, and the pesh, yes? That, according to your definition, which you just gave,
Okay.
is a shari bid'ah.
Why is that?
You just gave your definitions. Any worldly, this has got to do with the religion, it's not worldly, so it's not under categorization of your first definition.
Okay.
It comes under your second categorization. So according to your own definition, your entire school of thought is bid'ah,
So you're saying that because of the harakat in the Quran, that's a shari bid'ah.
according to your definition.
Why is that?
I just explained it.
No, it's
And
not.
you said anything worldly, which is the Salafi position, anything worldly
Okay.
is.
When
You asked the question,
wait,
please.
wait,
Let me
wait.
allow me to answer. You said anything
I'm answering
worldly.
you, I'm answering you.
Khair.
Okay. Now, when you mention the harakat of Mus'haf, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
is that an act of worship we're doing, or is it something to make it easy for us? Yes or no?
This is something to make it easy for you.
Right.
So
So
ultimately, better ibadah.
no. Wait,
Ultimately,
no. It's
that's your
something
ibadah.
to make it easy for you.
Okay.
Yes or no? Yeah?
According to your definitions, you said anything worldly. Is this worldly?
I think you
Is it worldly?
misunderstood.
No. You gave your definitions of bidah.
When I say worldly, I'm saying matters not related to ibadah. Now, what is ibadah according to you?
Worship of God.
Worship of God. So, when I read the Mus'haf, and I have things, for example, the Mus'haf itself, the Mus'haf, yeah?
The 6 hadith books. Can you refer to that, please?
No,
You've compiled 6 hadith books.
Yeah, okay.
Where have you got this from? There's no hadith from the Prophet saying you must have hadith books. So you haven't
There's
got this
no-
from the
there's
Quran.
no
No. You've got no narration from the Prophet saying after me there will be 6 hadith books. There is no narration from the Prophet saying you'll have 4 schools of jurisprudence: Abu Hanifa, Malik, Shafi, and Hanbali. This, according to your definition of bid'ah, is a bid'ah. Shari.
So you're saying having hadith books.
According
is
to
a
your
bid'ah.
definition. According
Is a
to
bid'ah.
I don't. But according to your definition, it
No, I
is.
think maybe you misunderstood my definition.
No, I've
I'm
understood it
saying to
perfectly
you,
well.
The definition of bid'ah, as I said to you, as Sayyid here said, he said that according to you, bid'ah, ibadah, when it comes to ibadah, is that everything is permissible unless proving haram.
Okay.
I'm saying to you, with this principle, I can add anything I want. Because there's so many things in the religion that Muhammad Sallallahu didn't say don't do.
Okay.
Arba'in is one of them. I can say, you know what, we need to have an Arba'in of Ali, we need to have an Arba'in of Muhammad Sallallahu.
Yeah.
We need to add so many things. And it would just go on and on and on, and we should add and add until we have a religion that we can't even recognize.
Also.
True or false? Because people always add things. What was one of the main reasons?
According to your definition, this is
Wait,
my
wait,
point.
what?
According to this definition, which you
Zayn,
played the categorization
what?
of, your 6 hadith books, your 4 schools of jurisprudence, all of us also follow into the same categorization.
Okay. You don't understand is that when it comes to bid'ah lughawi, yeah?
Okay.
Things like, for example, harakat of the Quran, compiling the books, the hadith in
Performing
one book.
this,
This
can
is
I ask you
not
one question?
act of ibadah.
Performing this, is it a sin? Is it kufr? Is it a sin or is it kufr?
What?
This Arba'in procession which we're talking about bid'ah.
This is bid'ah. This is bid'ah.
Okay, does it make us a kafir or is it a sin?
No, it's a sin.
I'm talking about Tawheed.
Okay.
So we're talking about something which is a sin. I'm saying let's discuss Tawheed.
Okay. But because,
I'm saying
okay,
let's
that's
discuss
fine.
Tawheed.
That's fine.
Surely
Look,
that's our difference.
okay, that's
You've
fine.
said it. So now, based on this, can you accept that Tawheed is more important?
Tawheed is more important. Yes.
So let's talk
Yes.
about
Let's
Tawheed.
talk about Tawheed.
Okay. I really want to talk to you about Adalat Sahaba because last week I said to you
Yeah.
that I want us to discuss Adalat Sahaba because you
Because
came
like-
here.
yeah.
You came here, and
you decided not to discuss with me. And the Sheikh also said no
because
as well.
I wasn't able because I had no time to discuss with you. Understand?
No problem.
So I said to you, let's do it next week. Understand? I'm here now, and I'm glad you came.
Yeah.
Because you went up to some Sunni brothers
Yeah.
and you challenged them.
Who?
And
Who?
Well, some I don't really know. Sorry, I don't
didn't-
really know his name.
To this day, I have not challenged a single Salafi to a discussion. I can say
You
that
haven't?
Quran on my heart, except you over there. I have never.
You challenged me there about Adalat Sahaba.
Except
yeah?
that. Except
Right.
that.
So you wanna-
Every discussion
you
I've had on
wanna- you
YouTube,
wanna
I
do
have
that
not
now?
challenged
You want to do it now?
secondary discussion. I don't mind having that discussion.
Okay,
with
let's
you.
do it now.
No.
No, let's do it now.
So now we're going to Sahaba, not Tawheed.
No, because you said last week, you
no.
challenged me last week.
Yes.
I'm saying let's do it now because I said to you, let's do it next week. Now,
That's
fine.
fine.
why I came here.
Over there.
I wasn't coming today. I came here for you.
Can I respond?
I came here for you. So
Can I
let's do it
respond?
now.
Can I respond?
No. Last
Did I
week.
accept-
So that you come to disagree, I just see a difference. And you came here for
Yeah, true. But I
Exactly.
wasn't.
Not the Kia then.
We don't do the khiyar.
Yeah, you just did. You just said that you never came here except for me.
I said
I saw
I
on your
wasn't gonna
Twitter.
come here.
On your Twitter.
I wasn't.
On your Twitter,
Yes,
you were saying you were
I-
going to hand out books.
Yes.
Anti-Shia.
Yes, yes.
So you wasn't coming here for me.
I didn't want to come.
Okay,
I came
listen,
here.
listen,
You
bro.
were part of the reason why I
Bro,
came
listen,
here.
I'll tell you the best solution, yeah? If you want to discuss the Dalai Sahaba, that's fine. Brother give you a discussion, but then you must agree to at least discuss Tawheed with them. That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's fine. We can do that. Yeah.
But I would like to discuss Tawheed first.
No, let's do Adalat Sahaba first.
In regards to my discussion there with you,
No, because it's very important because you came here last
Do you
time.
want to toss a coin?
No,
toss a coin.
betting is haram. It's haram. Betting is haram. Anyway,
That's
listen,
not betting.
Because you. No, it is. It is.
It's
talking about-
50-50, yeah.
betting.
But,
So,
okay.
so anyway, look, you came here, and you tried to put some doubts in Muslims' hearts.
What did I say that put doubts into
You
Muslims' hearts?
call Muawiyah kafir.
No, you're talking about last week.
Munafiq. Yeah?
Last week.
You call him a munafiq.
Yes, he is a munafiq.
He's a munafiq according to you, yeah? So when it came to, now I'm glad that you're saying that, Zayn, yeah? Because you know when you first came down into the park, did I do takfir on you? Say, oh, you're not Muslim, this and you're kafir, this and that. I didn't do that. I showed you respect.
On
yeah?
me, no, but in other discussions you
I
have.
showed you respect. Even the debate we had about the Imamate.
You didn't show me respect last week.
When I,
You did not show me respect last week.
you know why?
You said I am a cop. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'll
you know
repeat
why?
what you said. You said you will go to hell and Muawiyah will go to Jannah.
Yes, you know
Did you
why?
say this?
Yes, I made takfir.
So you do
know
not
why?
respect me.
No.
You cannot say you respect me after you say something
You know
like
why? You know why? Anyone, and I said this all Shias. When you make but he's laughing. I said this all Shias. When you make takfir on the Sahaba, you are insulting Muhammad sallallahu.
Okay, bro, can I ask you a question?
You are insulting Muhammad sallallahu.
I don't want to interrupt you.
So that's why, because I know that you have a very distorted image of the Sahaba, and who the Sahaba were for you is something that you've been raised with to believe
bro,
in.
can I say something?
Yeah.
You said disrespecting the Sahaba is insulting the Prophet, therefore makes you a kafir, right?
Yes.
So then Muawiyah insulted Imam Ali Islam.
Okay. Let's discuss it. Let's discuss it. So that's very important now.
Yeah,
now, okay. Let's discuss about Adal Sahaba.
So you don't want to discuss Tawheed, you want to
We will discuss the Sahaba. But first, we said
Is Sahaba more important or is Tawheed more important?
Tawheed is more important. But because you came here last week and you went up to some Sunnis and you made
I never went up to a single Sunni.
You went takfir.
You came up to me.
You did takfir on
came
Muawiyah.
up to me.
You made takfir on Muawiyah.
Yeah.
To my face, you call him munafiq.
Yes.
I'm here to defend the honor of Muawiyah.
Okay, that's fine.
Because you said alayhi salam.
I'm here to defend his honor. Because if someone comes to my face and calls Ali
I didn't
a
come to your
munafiq,
face.
Yeah, you're
if someone calls Ali radiallahu anh, a munafiq, I will defend his honor as well. Likewise the Hussein. So if anyone comes up to me and calls any of the Sahaba who knew the Muhammad sallallahu and who Muhammad sallallahu gave him the tawfiq, I will defend his honor. So let's discuss that.
You don't want to discuss Tawheed first.
I mean, should I text it to you?
No. My point is, why can we not discuss Tawheed first
email it to
and
you
then
as well?
Sahaba?
We'll discuss first the shubha that you raised about the blatant takfir that you made against Muawiyah, and then we'll
In
discuss
regards to
Tawheed.
that day, you came up to me first.
I didn't come up to you.
Yes, you did. Over
I didn't
there.
come up to you. Listen, I watched you on YouTube when to the brother's face you call him munafiq.
Yeah.
To hijab's face you call him munafiq. Yeah. When it came to Abu Bakr and Umar, the Shaykhain, yeah, you were a bit more hesitant. Why is that?
Now we're talking about Dalat Sahaba.
Yes.
Why are you willing
Yes.
to discuss Tawheed? I don't
Zayn,
understand.
I
This
mean,
is very simple.
look,
Tawheed is the main
Zayn.
pillar of our faith.
You know, it's funny.
Sahaba
you know
is
what?
a pillar of your faith.
It's funny
Is
that
it from your
you've
Surah Deen
never
Sahaba?
ever insisted to talk to me about Tawheed. All of a sudden now you have all the Shias with you. You
Because I feel like
Tawheed.
it's the main difference.
Are
you scared of Tawheed?
My friend, listen, I have nothing to be scared of any Shi'i. I'll be honest with you.
No, we're talking about Tawheed.
If I go to
Not us.
Tawheed,
We know you're not scared of us. We're a very nice bunch of individuals.
We'll go to Tawheed.
We're talking about Tawheed.
We'll go to Tawheed after when you address, when I refute your claims about Sahaba. Yes?
I find this amazing. I find this really
I
amazing.
think it's amazing that
I
all of
find
a
this
sudden
really amazing.
you challenged me last time for Adal Sahaba before the Imamate debate.
Because
and now
you
you're
said something
backing
to
out.
my... I said that for a reason.
And now you're
Because
backing
you said
out.
that for a specific reason.
But why did you...
You said Muawiyah alayhi salam.
You remember when I said to you...
Your Sunni, so even say
when-
alayhi salam
Zayn,
before Muawiyah's
Zayn, when
name.
me and you
I
done
don't know,
that-
why did you
when-
say that?
Zayn, when
Why
me
did
and
you say that?
When me and you did that Imamate debate,
Yeah.
I said let's do Imamate.
Yeah.
You said let's do Adal Sahaba.
Because we were talking about Sahaba before you
Yes.
came.
And I said, you know what, Zayn? Adal Sahaba isn't really the main issue that we should discuss because the Sahaba for us were not infallible. They're not ma'soom. They made mistakes. Some of the Sahaba drank alcohol. Some of the Sahaba did sins. Yes. No problem. I mean, we're not saying they were infallible. Yeah. Some of them, yes, they were in the wrong when they
But
fought.
they're the source of religion, bro.
When they fought,
You take your deen from them.
that's the source. Now, this is the problem now. If you want to,
sorry, okay.
yeah, say it. If you want to cause doubt upon the adl, the adala,
Right.
you are casting doubt upon Islam.
How?
You're casting doubt upon the Quran,
Why?
upon the Sunnah.
You also put doubt
Muawiyah,
into somebody else's
He
hands.
was a scribe of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
That's not proven, by the way.
It is, even in your books. Even in your books. Even in your books.
That's not
Some of
proven.
your own scholars have said
Say it. Even in your books.
Even your
If you,
scholars.
if you.
Okay, can I make a point
Say,
there?
what was
This-
it?
okay,
No.
But
brother,
you have
okay, I
scribes
understand the
that-
No, but you remember he was a scribe.
But there's even
Say he wasn't a
scribes.
scribe.
There's scribes that apostated.
No, wait. What?
Say again?
Let me speak.
Wait.
So let me just make this clear.
No, are you
Basically-
saying that he wasn't a scribe?
No. The scribe issue we can come to, yeah, because there was other scribes as well who were
Apostate.
called
Apostate,
as well, yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
that's a
Yes.
separate issue.
So now if you're saying that Muawiyah was
Can I
an
make a
apostate,
point,
you have to prove that.
No,
point.
but if you're showing that that's a virtue of Muawiyah, but there are some scribes which apostated. So what?
Yes, that's
So
fine.
if Muawiyah, Muawiyah being a scribe
but
means
we
nothing.
we don't consider apostates to be Sahaba.
Okay,
Yeah?
okay, look.
Now, so if you want to say that Muawiyah is
No,
part
but
of
what
that,
you're saying, because you were saying that's a virtue of
no,
Muawiyah. But
the-
you have a Sahaba.
The
then
apostates,
so then him
apostates,
being a
we
scribe
don't
means
even
nothing.
consider them to be part of the
Being a
Sahaba.
scribe means nothing. No,
Okay, no, it does mean. It means
no,
something.
but in that context,
Yeah.
bro. You know, because you said because he was a scribe.
You know what? Listen,
No,
it's
I'm
not-
saying-
it's
no,
not
it was
fair.
one of the issues.
Listen, it's not fair if all three of
Sorry,
us
I'm gonna
speak
take
against
that.
you.
Sorry,
do you
bro.
understand?
Yeah. No, that's
I
fine.
think-
That's fine. No problem. You're Jafar, yeah, Jafar Ladak. What's your name?
No, Hassan.
Brother
Hassan.
Hassan. So, okay, so what we can agree on is that basically what you're trying to say is that if you question Adala of the Sahaba, you're raising doubts about Islam.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when you say Adala of the Sahaba, right, it's a concept, right?
Yes.
Ultimately, the concept is what? All the Sahaba
Udu.
were all just.
1 second, Sayyid, if I can just interject. We'll discuss it, fair enough, you're discussing it, Sayyid. You have to discuss Tawheed with us after.
You discussed Tawheed with his brother.
I'm just saying in
I think
regards,
that's fair.
in regards, I don't mind you discussing Adalat Sahaba, that's fine, you can discuss it with the brother. But inshallah, can you discuss Tawheed with me after?
We'll
Yeah,
discuss
that's
it
fine.
later.
That's fine.
Fair?
Yeah, we'll discuss. If we have time, inshallah, once we establish this, then we'll go to the Tawheed as well. Yeah?
So I just want to make this clear. So the brother, what he said was the concept of Adala of the Sahaba is that all the Sahaba, all 124,000 or some traditions say 114,000, yeah, they were all just and truthful people. Yeah, that meaning they were not capable of attributing a lie about the Prophet. Correct?
Generally speaking, yes.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
is
get
this okay? Okay.
And
Yeah.
let me just add to that, is that when we talk about the Sahaba that we are defending, the ones who Adl is established. So for example, the Muhajirin wa Ansar, we have ayat from the Quran that establish the Adl. Yes or no? We have, for example, the Muhajirin.
That doesn't say anything about the Adala. That just says Allah is pleased with the believers who
Yes.
pledged allegiance under the tree,
Yes.
which didn't include Usman because Usman wasn't present during that
Okay,
time.
but we have other.
So the Adala goes
okay,
out the window.
That's fine. Now,
okay,
no.
So let me
Let's
make a
Let's first establish what is your understanding as Shias when we say that Sahaba were Adl?
Okay.
Where do you think we get the concept from?
Okay.
Are you not discussing?
No.
it?
I'm gonna
Say-
discuss.
say.
I'll discuss. Yeah.
Do you mind? I mean, I respect you, Sayyid. I know you from before, but I really want Zayn because Zayn came here. And
I never challenged you.
He challenged the Muslims
He's here
here.
for Tawheed.
So now
He
it's
raised-
personally
he
about
raised-
me.
he
He
raised-
refuses to
Okay,
discuss
No,
Tawheed.
he raised. He raised the shubha.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna discuss
So,
Muawiyah in there.
I would like Zayn to answer me.
Okay, I'm gonna discuss Muawiyah for him on his
No.
behalf.
If you don't mind,
If you really wanted the truth, it doesn't matter if you debate him or him. Why are you insisting to discuss it? Is it a personal issue or is it a Aqidah issue?
No, I want this to be.
Is it personal or is it Aqidah?
I want this to be a educational
Is this personal?
process for all of us.
Is this personal for you?
Yeah.
Aki,
Yeah.
is this personal for you or is it based on your Aqidah?
I'm doing this fi sabilillah.
So,
It's
Bismillah, Bismillah.
nothing. It's nothing.
Bismillah, Bismillah.
No, but you raise the shubha. You should be man enough to answer.
Okay,
it.
bro.
I have no issue with answering it. But it's me guys
But why don't you not want to answer it?
Okay, bro.
You want to debate Adala
But he was here for Adala Sahaba last
He's
week.
ready.
For the past 2 weeks.
He's ready. He's ready for Adala
Bro,
Sahaba.
listen.
He came
No,
Ya akhi, the past 2 weeks he came here. He called Muawiyah kafir. I'm getting my
I'm making sure.
He came here. He came here.
Yeah, I got that.
He caused aspersion upon the Adala of the Sahaba. I'm saying he should be man enough
but
now to
now
answer
we're
it.
here. He's ready for Tawheed, and this brother's ready for Adala Sahaba.
Baba, okay,
wants
if that's the
Adala, he's
case,
ready.
if that's the
He's ready.
case,
Okay, bro.
if this is preparation, I'm saying okay, I'm not prepared for Tawheed neither.
You don't pray Tawheed.
Next week,
The
let's
core
go.
of
No,
your
no,
religion.
I will say,
Religion.
no, but if you're saying that no, he's not prepared for Adala today, I will say then I'm prepared. I'm not prepared this week neither.
If you're not
Next
prepared
week,
for Tawheed,
But he's ready for Adala.
Okay, can I say
That's
something?
what
I'm saying, no, you know what? I will play your game. Right now, I want Adala. Next week, I want Tawheed.
Yeah, but you got a brother
Yeah,
ready
I
for
want-
Adala
Very
Sahaba.
embarrassing.
Why
It's
is
very
It's embarrassing.
Do you know why this is embarrassing?
Why don't you want to
Because
discuss
you said you're not
Adala?
ready for Tawheed.
Yeah.
Tawheed is what makes you Muslim. If you're not ready for Tawheed, you can't even call yourself
No, but I'm
Muslim.
saying who
You can't call yourself Muslim.
I'm not letting
No,
you.
that's not enough.
I'm
I don't
saying
think you're disrespectful
Why
towards
are
me.
you trying to dictate what we're supposed to debate?
I'm not. But my point.
Let's do Adala.
Bro,
Because I said to you last week,
Brother,
you
you have
said
so
yes.
much for Adala
We
to
agreed
Sahaba.
last week.
Bro, you know what? He's not gonna give you that discussion.
Say it. No, say
He wants to
it.
debate.
Listen, with all due respect, yeah? Last week, when he made takfir of Muawiyah, I said we will discuss, debate.
No, you
Adala
said, do you
next
want to?
week.
Do you want to? Did I say yes?
So yes,
You said, do you want to? I didn't say yes. You said, did you want to?
Uqsum billah didn't say yes.
What Uqsam billah, I did not say yes.
Kadhab, you're kadhab.
How?
You said to my face, yes, we'll
No,
discuss
I said
it.
I challenge you to a
You're
discussion.
lying.
I said I
You're lying.
challenge you to a
my
discussion.
face, I said to you,
Can I repeat?
me and you are going to debate Adala Sahaba next week. You said yes.
Can I repeat?
Bro, come on, let's get to it.
You're talking about
Zayn, why are you lying?
This is personal.
Zayn, you're lying.
I'm not. Wallah, I'm
You
not.
know why it's personal for me? Anyone who insults the Sahaba, the Ahl Bayt, is personal for me.
So, bro,
Me
let's-
too.
let's
Okay, bro,
debate
you
it.
insult Imam Ali for me.
I said Imam Ali.
For me, yes.
How?
For me, yes.
How?
Because you praise Muawiyah.
I praise Muawiyah.
Yes. You said alayhi salam
Ali
Muawiyah.
praised Muawiyah in your own books. Ali in your own books praised Muawiyah. You don't know. Let's discuss it. Let's discuss
You
it.
don't want to discuss
That's
it.
why I'm here.
I know you become quite angry.
No,
when
no,
you speak.
Zayn, I'm here to discuss it. I'm here to discuss
You don't want
it.
to discuss Tawheed.
I said to you, I will discuss Tawheed with you.
Let-
But
Okay,
last week you said we discuss Adala.
Personal or Aqidah for you?
This is both.
Brother, you have a challenger over there.
Personal meaning that you
have a
insult-
challenger.
You don't want to have
You
a debate.
insult those who we love.
Are you turning
I
down
will
the
defend the
challenge?
honor. I will defend the honor.
We will debate you.
Say no.
Brother, you have a challenger over there. You want to accept or not? This one? No, this one right here. This one on your right.
Say that.
No,
Are you
say
accepting a
that.
challenge
He's
from
challenging
me?
you. He's challenging you. For
That's
the
fine.
Adhan
That's
Sahaba.
fine.
No, I don't do
You
challenges.
accept.
But bro, look, okay, look, I want to make
No. Look, I want Zayn to explain to me why he's not willing to discuss Adal Sahaba.
Why?
Yeah.
In regards to our discussion last week, you said Muawiyah alayhi salam. You said, I said
After
that
you
I
made
accept
takfir
your
on
challenge.
him. After you made takfir on him, and plus alayhi salam, you don't understand the meaning of it. I mean,
Peace be upon you.
do we raise him to the level of
You said
of
peace be
Ali?
upon him. No, none of
We
your Sunni
don't-
books
we
say
don't
alayhi
consider
salam.
him-
In regards to what I'm
no,
not
some
accepting.
You can say alayhi salam. You can say alayhi salam to the Sahaba. You can.
You can, it's
But it's
very-
preferred that you say radallahu an. But
No,
you can't
that's
say
a
alayhi
bid'ah, by
salam.
the way. Sheikh bin Baz said that's a bid'ah,
No,
and
no,
they
so-
only introduced that
No,
because
Bukhari-
the Shias used to
Bukhari-
curse the
Bukhari
Sahaba.
say-
No, he didn't, trust me. Bin Baz actually
Bin Baz said it's a
said, Bin Baz said it's a
Bin Baz,
bid'ah.
Bin Baz
He said,
rahimahullah is not hujjah for us anyway. We respect him, but he's not hujjah for us. We don't take scholars as hujjah.
Okay.
We don't take scholars as hujjah.
okay,
Yeah? Anyway, say, listen.
Let's do Adal
Listen,
Sahaba, bro.
Let's, me and you will discuss Tawheed, I promise you. But I want Zayn to discuss Adal Sahaba.
No, he will do Tawheed.
Because he's been challenging Muslims. He's been making takfir on Muawiyah.
No,
So
don't, but Aki, stop
let's
saying
do it.
Muslims, we're all Muslims. Don't do that kind of indirect
It doesn't
takfir.
matter, Muslims.
Don't do that indirect takfir. We're all Muslims here. Unless you have a different opinion.
Okay,
We're all
well,
saying we're all
okay,
Muslims.
no, we'll discuss that.
Okay,
okay.
ask him a
Just,
few questions.
just give me 1 minute and I'll speak, and then you
Say
can
it.
Please, bro.
Yeah?
Bro.
I like you, you're a nice guy, but I
like
want
you as
Zayn to explain
But
his
bro,
position.
does it make a difference who you speak?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, go.
Jaza?
Go for it.
Okay, go on. Is he your teacher, by the way, for jazz?
No.
I'm asking, he's respectful. He was holding the mic, so I want to ask him. Adalat Sahaba. What is your definition of a companion? Yes? And prove your definition from the Quran and Sunnah, please.
Definition of the Sahaba is this. Basically, anyone who saw the Prophet, yeah, you know the definition yourself.
I'm asking, so let
who's-
everyone know.
Anyone who saw the Prophet and he saw him and he died as a state of Muslim is a Sahabi. Yes? Now, what is your
Are they
definition?
all just?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
now can you prove your definition
No,
from
no,
the Quran
no.
and Sunnah?
Wait. First now, step by step. You ask me, I ask you. What is your understanding of Adala?
That we don't have this concept of Adalat Sahaba that all the companions were just.
Okay.
In regards-
How do you think when we say that they are just, Sahaba are just, how do you think we establish that?
That's my question to you.
So you don't know.
No. You don't, I know you don't. My point is that you don't establish them from Quran and Sunnah.
Quran and Sunnah, yeah?
You don't.
We don't.
You don't.
So why do you say the argue?
That's what I'm asking you.
So you don't know.
Can you prove your definition from Quran and Sunnah? Okay. You said they were all just. Everyone who saw the Prophet in a state
I'm
of
asking
Iman
if you know, yeah?
and died in that same
Okay,
state,
so you know-
you said is a just companion.
I'm saying, do you know
I'm
yes or
asking
no?
you to produce your evidence from Quran and Sunnah.
Do you know yes or no?
What?
That they were ad.
No, I say they don't. I said they're not.
They're not ad. Yeah?
I'm saying they're not. No, I'm saying they're not.
Except who? Except who were
According
ad?
to our definition of Quran of Sahaba, it said we don't give a strict definition like this. We're saying anyone who lived with the Prophet, loved him, fought in battles with him, gave bay'ah under the tree, for example, did not run away from wars, stayed loyal to them after his death. This is our definition. We don't give your kind of definition. Now you said they were all just.
So Abu Bakr
I'm
fall
going
into
to
that? Abu Bakr fall into that?
stick to consistency.
No, but you said
Prove your
anyone-
definition of
you
Quran
said,
and Sunnah.
You said anyone. Wait. You said anyone who get bay'ah under the tree, anyone who done jihad,
across all of them.
anyone
Not
who
just
didn't
one.
run away from the battlefield.
Not just one, all of them.
Okay, all of them.
Well, my point is
no,
now.
no. Let's stick to those conditions that you gave, because it's very important that you now have to agree with me, because all those conditions that you mentioned, I would say that's very interesting. Does Abu Bakr fall into that? Yes or no?
No, because he ran away from wars, for example.
No, but
and he
give me an
raises
example.
voices about the Prophet. That's
Okay,
also
give me-
one condition.
Right, okay.
Surah 49
So
verse
now
2.
you're saying there's exceptions.
Now we're going to Quran and Sunnah. No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't say. I said every single one should be
okay,
satisfied.
okay.
Can you prove your definition from Quran and Sunnah, please?
Yes, I can.
Go
Yes,
for
I
it.
can.
Okay. Bismillah. And then I'll prove my definition from Quran and Sunnah.
First. Do you think exceptions take? Are you saying that exceptions of Adala takes away the concept?
I don't understand your question. Can you say it again?
I'm saying, if we claim from the Quran, from the Sunnah, and from reason that the Sahaba were udul, all of them, yeah? If there were exceptions,
We don't accept this concept. We don't
You
say they were
accept
all
it?
just.
Okay, that's fine. So you want to know how we substantiate that, yeah?
You gave your definition.
Yes.
Prove your definition
Okay.
from Quran and
Right.
Sunnah.
Now let me explain to you.
And I'll prove my definition from Quran and Sunnah.
We say in Al Sunnah that all the Sahaba who died upon Islam, who met Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, they were udul. Why? because number 1, Quran, number 2, the Sunnah, number 3, from reason. Just from reason itself, we know that we're adl. Why do we say this? We have many ayat. For example, Surah Tawbah.
I would like to go through
verse,
each one.
okay, let's find. Verse 100, chapter 9, verse 100. And Allah says, وَسَابِقُونَ أَوْلَى مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَأَنصَارِ وَاتَّبَعُوهُم بِإِحْسَانٍ وَأَعَدَّ لَهُم جَنَّاتٍ فِي تَجْرِي تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ. Allah says,
Translate this.
okay, that's fine. Let's read them. Just for example, Surah Tawbah, Allah says, for example, Allah says, وَسَابِقُونَ أَوْلَى مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَأَنصَارِ والذين اتبعوهم بإحسان رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه وأعد لهم جنات تجري تحت الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا ذلك الفوز العظيم. Okay? And the first who embraced Islam, and the Muhajirun and Ansar, and those who helped them and aided them, and also those who followed them. Yeah, Allah is pleased with them, He is pleased with them, and He has prepared gardens of paradise for them. That's one. Many, for example.
What do you extrapolate from that verse?
This is Muhajirin and Ansar.
Every single one who was a Muhajir and Ansar is
yes.
just.
This is general. General.
General.
Yeah? Yes,
Can
general.
you read the following verse?
General.
Can you read the following
That's
verse?
fine. That's fine. Yes, I know. Listen. These ayat.
Can you read the following verse?
Wait. Okay, let's read it.
And from among you, those around about you of the dwellers of the desert are hypocrites.
Yes.
And from among the people of Medina, they are stubborn in hypocrisy. You do not know them. We know them. We shall chastise them twice. Then they shall then be turned back to a grievous chastisement.
Okay.
So your own ayat will against you in this regard.
Again, 17. Allah has forgiven the Muhajirun who left their home, who came to Medina, Ansar, followed him in the time of distress. Tabuk. This is Surah 9, 117.
I'm responding to your current
Yeah,
ayat,
117.
100.
That's fine. I'll give you another one.
I'll respond to mine.
So
Stay
Allah
on
saying,
this one.
Allah is saying that He forgave those Muhajirin wa Ansar who did Hijrah with Muhammad sallallahu.
That wasn't my point.
General.
I said there were hypocrites amongst them.
Okay, that's fine.
So that's not a refutation of my point.
Now, let's agree to this. These ayat that you mentioned, I mentioned. You mentioned the hypocrites. I mentioned the ones who Allah is pleased with. Are they general, yes or no? Are they general, yes or no?
In what regard?
I'm saying they don't mention specific names, yes?
No. Yeah, it's general.
Okay. So we cannot then establish as Sunnis.
Carry on with your position. I was just giving one ayat.
I'm getting it. Relax.
Carry on with your
I'm
position.
saying that as Sunnis, this is very clear that we don't establish that only from the Quran, isn't it? Because when Allah talks about His rewards,
Quran and Sunnah, I said.
yes, Allah. So it's
I'm allowing you to. I'm not going to speak. I apologize. I shouldn't have interrupted you. I'll allow you to speak.
It's just not from the Quran that we establish the adl. We establish it from the Sunnah and from reason. Sunnah.
Are you finished with the Quran?
We have, huh?
Are you finished with the Quran?
No, I'm saying Quran is general. You know, in Ilm al-Rijal, let me give you something about Ilm al-Rijal.
Quran and Sunnah, I said.
Listen.
Can we agree that you can prove these definitions of Quran and Sunnah?
I'm explaining to you. In Ilm al-Rijal, in al-Sunnah, we have a concept called Tawfiq Am, Tawfiq Khas. You know the difference? You know what I mean?
I'm allowing you to establish your position. I'm not going to speak.
Tawfiq Am means general praise. Tawfiq Khas means specific praise. When we say that Muawiyah, for example, is adl, do you think we get that from Tawfiq Am or Tawfiq Khas?
I'm allowing you to establish your definition from Quran and Sunnah. I'm not going to speak until then.
Because listen,
I would like you to establish your position.
Robert, listen, Zayn, if you make a claim, it's only fair that you at least know what you're talking about.
That's fine. I said establish your definition from Quran and Sunnah. Are you finished?
Do you know yes or no?
I'm going to establish my position in due time, and I'm going to take my time. So that's why I'm giving you the opportunity to do first
So
as well.
do you know how we establish his adl? Do you know how?
I'm allowing you to establish your position from Quran and Sunnah. Are you finished?
Do you have a difficulty answering my question? No. Do you know yes or no?
I would
yes or
like
how?
you to establish your position from Quran and Sunnah. I'm giving you the time to.
I'm asking you a question. When we say that Muawiyah is adl, do you think he's Tawfiq Am or Tawfiq Khas?
I'm not sure of those terms which you're mentioning. But
General,
like I said, I'm not going to a specific individual. I said prove your definition from Quran and Sunnah. I'm allowing you to prove your definition.
Okay, so
you
you
said
don't
that they
answer
were
my
all
question.
just.
Okay, so you don't answer my
Listen,
question.
this is how the discussion works.
It's very important,
You made
you know
a claim.
why?
You made a claim. They
You
were
know-
all
you
just.
know why it's important?
I never made a claim.
No,
Prove
wait,
your
wait.
claim.
Listen,
That's my only
it's
point.
very important because
made a claim, prove your claim.
I'm asking you a very simple question. When we say Muawiyah is adl, he is just, is it from Tawfiq Am or Tawfiq Khas? General praise or specific praise? I'm asking you a simple question. How do you think we establish his adl?
I don't want to go into too many divergence. I made a claim. I'm going to prove my
You're
claim.
making a claim that he was a kafir.
No. I haven't said that yet.
I'm asking
We're
you.
going through a discussion,
Okay,
brother.
yes, we are. I'm
You
asking
said
simple-
everyone was
okay,
just.
Do you know yes or no? Yes or no?
You
Do
said
know?
everyone was just. I
Zayn,
said prove it from Quran and
Zayn,
Sunnah. I'm
do
not going to
you-
speak until you prove it, and then I'm going to have my
Do
turn
you know
to
yes
speak.
or no? Do you know? I mean, it's not. Listen, if you don't know,
I don't know those
there's
terms.
no
I don't
shame.
know those terms. There you go. I don't know those terms.
Listen, Zayn,
I don't know those terms.
I'm not tricking you. I'm not trying to kind of embarrass you. I'm asking you.
You
simply,
can't. But my point is,
if you ask me kind of a Ilm Rijal question from your books, I probably don't know it because I haven't studied it in depth. You understand?
We're going to a tangent.
So I'm saying that if you do, when we say Tawfiq Tawfiq Khas, and do you know the difference? Just say I don't know. It's
I already said I don't know the
You
definition.
don't know. So,
but my
okay,
point is,
that's
prove
good.
your definition from
That's
Quran
good.
and Sunnah.
That's
That
good.
was my only claim. Now, if you go to a secondary point and you haven't addressed the primary one, we're going to go into too many tangents. You said they were all just. Prove it from Quran and Sunnah, please.
So, can we now, I'm getting slow because it's very important, Zayn, that we get our foundation clear, usul. Before I jump to the verses or the hadiths that establish that he was ad,
You
it's
said
very
they were all
important.
just. You said they were all just. Whoever saw the
I'm
Prophet.
saying yes,
Let me cut to
yes.
the point.
The Sunni
You're
position-
saying anyone who saw the Prophet
I'm
and died in
saying-
that same
I'm
state
saying-
is a Sahaba. They are trustworthy.
Saying
I said
yes.
prove it.
I'm saying
It's very
yes,
simple.
that the Sunni position is, as you know, that anyone who saw the Prophet saw him and they died in the state of Islam is ad. Yes. Now, the reason why you attack, I mean as Shias, generally speaking, historically speaking, the reason why you attack Muawiyah and Abu Bakr and Uthman and Omar, all these people, may Allah be pleased with them specifically, is because we narrate hadith from them. And the same reason why you attack Abu Hurairah, because he's the biggest hadith compiler and narrator in Al Sunnah. That's why you pick on Abu Hurairah specifically.
You're preaching. Can you stick to the topic, please?
Slowly, sir.
But you're preaching.
You need to have patience.
I don't want an hour video. You said you made a claim that they are all trustworthy. I'm just asking. Just prove it from Quran and Sunnah.
I'm slowly getting there.
I understand, but if you're
It's
going to
very
too many
important.
tangents,
No, it's very important.
now
that
we're
we
going to Abu
establish-
Hurairah. Like we're not going through
No,
a
but I'm trying
consistent
to
point.
explain to the viewers.
I'm just
why
asking you to
attack
prove
in
your
the first
definition
place.
of concept of
I'm
adultery.
getting
You can have your time, but we're going to go into 20 minutes of you just going there and not really answering my questions. You said that they were all
Are you gonna
just.
be patient or not?
My point is, you said they were all just.
Just be patient.
But you're talking about Abu Hurairah, Aki.
Zayn, you're very impatient. Relax, yeah? Slowly, I'm getting there.
But if
He
you're just
wants
going
your
to preach for
evidence,
5-10
brother. He
minutes,
wants your
we're not going to
evidence.
get anywhere.
We'll get inshallah to that.
Yeah, go for
Okay,
it.
let me just go to the path, because obviously maybe you think I'm trying to dance around it. No problem.
A little
So,
bit.
like
A
we
little
said-
bit. I won't lie. A
Like
little
we
bit.
said. So let me again establish to you that the ayat in the Quran are general. We established the ad of the Sahaba from the Quran in a general sense. Yes, the Muhajirin and Ansar and the people under the tree of Bayah, they are ad. Anyone who comes and says anything different, that they were not ad and they were hypocrites, is upon you to come and give you evidence why that was the case. That was number one. Secondly, we said Tawfiq Khas, specific praise. Why do we say that Muawiyah was ad and why do we defend him? If you want to say that he was a munafiq, it's upon you to come and prove why. Why do I say that? Why do you say that he was ad? For example, Muawiyah, we narrate hadith from him, as you know. We narrate hadith from Muawiyah. Why do we narrate hadith from him? Because we cannot narrate hadith from someone who is not trustworthy, yes or no? If he was not trustworthy, we will not accept his hadith, isn't it? Yes?
According to your definition, he's trustworthy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So if he was not trustworthy...
So could you prove your definition, please?
Again, okay, why do we say that he was trustworthy?
Because he saw the
Number
Prophet.
one.
I know you say he saw the Prophet. My point is, can you prove this definition?
That establishes why he was a Sahabi. That he saw the Prophet, the Prophet saw him, and he died upon him. Okay? That's the definition of him being a Sahabi. That's not proving why he was ad. That's not proving why we say he's just, yeah? Okay. The reason why we say he was just is to do...
But you said at the beginning, every Sahaba is just.
Yes, generally speaking, yes.
So then, according to your you don't have Tawfiq, Am and Khas, because you already said anyone who saw the Prophet in a state of Aman is all just.
Yes,
So you're not going to specifics.
We say that any...
You're not going to specifics.
We say any Sahabi that died upon the state of Islam and saw the Prophet was a Sahabi, yes, and he was ad.
And you said they were all just.
Yes.
So you're not having Tawfiq Khas in regard to specifics.
I'm talking about...
You said they were all just.
No, I'm talking about the ones specifically who we established for Tawfiq Khas. Because we, for example, Muhammad ﷺ had about 100,000 Sahaba, yes? The Kusam estimates. Do we know all of them by name? No, we don't. Maybe I'll say maybe 100 to 150 max we know by name, yeah? So we're talking about those that we specifically know by name. I'm talking about them. Why do we say they were ad?
Because you have your definition, anyone who saw him,
I'm
and they're
not-
all
I'm not-
just.
I'm not talking about...
You don't
wait,
have
wait.
specifics.
I'm saying
You said
to
that you
yes,
have specifics
we have
in this
specifics.
regard.
Like
But my point is that you said anyone who saw the Prophet in a state of Aman and died in that same
Okay,
state, i.e. a Muslim,
Zayn,
is just.
Zayn, let me ask you a question.
I already
yeah?
know that you're
Are you saying that...
So you can't prove your definition.
No, are you saying this concept...
You can't prove your definition.
Okay, let me...
I've gone on for a good 15 minutes, Aki, and you...
Relax.
No, but my point is that we're not going to the...
Relax.
No, that's fine, but my point is that we're not going to the definition because you're not giving it.
No, because I think...
You're not going to the definition.
You have misunderstood what I'm trying to say to you.
Okay, correct
Are
me,
you
please.
saying just because...
So what I said is what you said.
Wait.
You said anyone who saw the Prophet in a state of Iman is just... Prove your definition.
Are you saying that just because Muhammad sallallahu saw a Sahabi and he saw him, does not prove his ad? Is that what you're saying?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so how do you then explain al-Mufid in...
Now you're going to
no,
my
no,
books.
Because you... Listen,
You can't prove it from your books.
Listen, I'm proving from your books. I'm proving it from your books.
According to your definition,
Zayn.
can you prove it from Quran and Sunnah?
I'm saying even according to Mufid, anyone who saw, any companion who saw Ja'far as-Sadiq is ad, even if he doesn't know who the guy is. Mufid authenticated the companions of Ja'far as-Sadiq, even though he lived in the 4th century, and he never met them.
So now,
He never met them.
Can I continue?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you believe that as well.
My point is,
So
can
why-
you prove from
no,
Quran and Sunnah?
No, you are being very inconsistent, Zayn, because you...
My point is, can
you
you
are
prove
saying,
from Quran and Sunnah?
you are saying that just because Prophet Sallallahu saw the Sahabi,
I'm asking for a
and the
definition, I
Sahabi
haven't
saw
said
him,
anything.
that doesn't prove anything.
I haven't said anything. I'm
According
just
to
asking for your
Mufid,
concept.
that is enough.
not-
According to Mufid, that's enough, Zayn.
My point is, can you just prove it from Quran and Sunnah?
Okay.
It's very simple.
So don't interrupt me and say...
I'm
get
not,
your
I'm
point.
just waiting.
Because
you went on for 15 minutes.
Don't
I
ask
give
me-
you 15 minutes
don't
now at
ask-
least.
Listen, don't...
You can't have
What time
15
is it?
minutes. You can't have that
Sorry,
long.
sorry. You know...
Like, you have to understand that it has to be give and take.
In Al Sunnah, obviously, we pray 5 Salah, not 3, so we don't combine, yeah?
Even the Prophet used to combine it, carry
Yeah,
on.
even though the Prophet used to
When
combine
he was
it.
travelling, yes.
Even when he was Muslim, he says when he never travels.
Sometimes, occasionally...
Ibn Abbas said when he's not in a prayer jam.
Okay, that's fine, but I haven't...
Every time I correct you, every time I correct you.
I didn't...
It took so long for you to get to your point that Salah came. It took so long for you to get to your point that Salah came.
If I don't do it now... So, okay, let's quickly, half an hour, then I have to go, yeah? So, don't question the concept just because Muhammad Sallallahu saw the Sahabi.
I'm asking for you to prove
Don't
it.
question it because your own scholars believe...
I'm asking for you to prove it.
Your own scholars... Okay, so I'll prove it,
Quran and
yes?
Sunnah. Are you going to prove it though?
Do you admit that you're wrong? You
No,
don't-
I'm asking for you to prove it Quran and Sunnah.
No, but guys, look, you're laughing, but he's saying...
I asked you first,
He
so
was
can you prove it from
questioning
Quran
the
and Sunnah?
concept just because
I
Muhammad
asked.
Sallallahu saw a Sahabi, that does not make him... I said I'm not making a claim.
You
But
are.
your scholars
made
made
the
the claim.
You made the claim at the beginning of the discussion.
No, I'm saying
anyone who saw the Prophet in
that's
the state of
enough.
Iman is just.
No, I didn't say that.
You
I'm
did say
saying-
that.
No. I think
said it on camera,
You
Aki.
misunderstood me. I'm saying that's enough to establish he was a Sahabi. If he died upon Islam, he's a Sahabi.
And you
yes.
said every Sahabi is just.
Every Sahabi is just.
Exactly,
Yes.
so you are saying
But that's not from that.
It doesn't matter if you go to A to B
We
to B
don't-
to C if you're going to A
No,
to
no,
C.
that's-
You're saying that every
Yes,
Sahabi is
yes.
anyone who saw the Prophet in the state of Iman
Yes,
and died in that
and
same
that's why
state.
it's
And then
just.
following on from that,
Yes.
you're then saying every
Yes.
Sahabi is just.
Yes.
So you're saying anyone who saw the Prophet in the state of Iman is just.
Yes. I'm saying even according to
understand?
your scholars that anyone who saw Ja'far as-Sadiq is just regardless who he was.
Okay, he said that. Can you prove it
Anyone
from Quran and
who's
Sunnah?
companions.
Brother, if you tell a Christian that Muhammad is
No,
the
he said he's
Prophet,
gonna
peace
go
be
in
upon
half an
him, you
hour.
have to prove he's the Prophet.
No.
Not the
Yes.
Christian
Are you going for
disprove.
Salah now?
Yes, I
So he
agree.
wants you to prove that these
I
are
agree.
these
I
are
agree.
people we should follow.
Now, look, the burden of proof lies upon the claimant.
You made the claim. You made the claim.
Whoa, relax. I'm saying, do you accept the fact that in the Quran, the ayat that talks about the udul, the adl of Sahaba, is there, yes or no?
So, bro, which ayat was that in?
Surah Tawbah, 100, 117.
Of the Muhajir and Sahaba.
It doesn't say anything
But
about Sahaba being truthful.
That's my point.
the Muhajir and Ansar.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Is it about the ayat?
Truthful.
No, I think
That,
it
he already
doesn't say-
disproved that. He already disproved that.
disprove
I already
What?
proved it.
How did he disprove
He
it?
disproved it and you didn't
Then
reply
what?
back.
Surah
You
3
changed
verse
your
101.
verse.
What, you mean the next verse?
Yeah,
Surah
yeah,
3
you
verse
didn't
Let's go there.
reply
Let's
to
go
that.
there. Let's go there.
Akis, I really,
Look, I mean, we can go there, stick there if you want.
I will let
But
you
that's
prove.
not my proof.
I will
That's
let.
not my proof.
I would like you to prove it from Quran and Sunnah. We're not
Quran
going to
and
speak.
Sunnah.
It's been a good 15 minutes, and I
we
don't
not-
mean to pressure you.
That's fine,
But if you
that's
speak
fine.
for a good 15 minutes, you're not giving me you're not giving me the definition.
I'm
I
saying
have to
you-
push you.
I'm saying
Could
to
you
you
please
this.
give it to me?
I'm saying to you this, that we say that they are from the Quran, generally speaking,
you
and
need
we
to pray,
say
bro?
from the
Do you need
Sunnah.
to
You
pray?
have to pray.
Yeah, go on.
Now or in half an hour?
Wait.
Now or in half an
What
hour?
time is it?
Nah, they prayed already. So
2:30.
Pray first and then come back. So he's relaxed there.
What time is it? Someone told me past that.
It's 2:30.
It's
We're not like that.
Anyway, I was joking. Okay.
I thought you used to be Shia, but did you used to think when you were Shia?
Huh? No, I didn't.
Just checking this.
I'm only joking. So, okay. Look, let's not go around in circles. Are you saying the Quran does not establish the adala of the Sahaba, generally speaking? Yes.
Not your definition.
Not my definition. And my definition is what?
Anyone who saw the Prophet in a state of Iman is Sahaba, and all of them are just.
Okay. That doesn't establish it.
No.
Does it establish the fact that they were all?
I'm allowing you to prove your.
Does it
I'm allowing you to
establish?
prove your definition.
Does it establish that they were munafiqun?
And some of them, yes.
Okay. Now it's upon you to claim to prove that.
You haven't proved your own definition. Why am I going to
No,
prove mine?
no, because you're making a claim. You're making a claim. Listen,
You made the claim first.
You're making a claim.
Okay, you can't answer it.
No, I will answer it. I will answer
No,
it.
you can't answer it.
Just go ahead.
We've
Go
been.
ahead.
I'm going to go into my
Zayn,
position now.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
no.
because I
Let's-
think your time is over.
okay, let's stick to
With all
one.
due
He
respect.
wants to answer it first. Let him answer
Okay,
it.
let me answer.
He's now asking me a claim.
Okay.
Now he's putting a claim on me.
Okay, let me summarize it again. Okay, number
Yeah,
one.
have you finished?
No, let me finish now. Number one, the Quran speaks about their adala. Number two, the Sunnah. We have
Your definition.
We have. I'm talking about the adala, not the fact that there was Sahaba. Okay, the adala. This is established from the Quran and from the Sunnah. We have countless of narrations that speaks about the ad of the Sahaba. Third, from reason. Why do I say that? It is inconceivable to think that a person who spent his entire life alongside the Prophet ﷺ, who fought in jihad with Prophet ﷺ, who spent his wealth in the cause of Allah, for the sake of Allah, who used to stand up in nights, long winter nights, and pray tahajjud, who used to cry, used to see the prostration marks on the forehead. It is inconceivable that a person like this would be someone who's not trustworthy. Inconceivable.
are you not proving your definition?
If you say that it can be, and that
not proving
certain
your definition.
Sahaba were not trustworthy, you have to prove it.
So you're
Now
not
go
proving
on.
your definition.
Like, go on. I explained to you.
You proved your definition.
I can bring them.
I feel like-
can bring, for example.
I gave you the chance. I gave you a good 15, 20 minutes to give you the.
I can prove.
I think we can move on.
Because the discussion was about Muawiyah, yeah?
No, the discussion
Muawiyah.
was on Adalat Sahaba. The beginning of the discussion, you said every companion who saw anybody who saw the Prophet in a state of Iman and died in that same state is just.
Yes.
I said prove your definition from Quran and Sunnah. You couldn't do it. So inshallah, I'm going to go to
No,
our
no,
definition.
No, let's do it. I didn't even go through the verses, all of them. I can do that
I feel
if
like
you
it's my
want.
time now.
I can
I
do
feel
that
like
if
it's
you
my
want.
time now.
That's fine.
I feel like it's my time now.
I can do that if
With
you
all due
want.
respect, I feel like it's my time now.
Okay. So we said the Quran, the Sunnah, and reason. Okay?
I said Quran and
and
Sunnah,
that
you're bringing reason.
Exceptions
I'll
of
give you another
Adala,
chance. Inshallah, prove
exceptions
it.
of the
I'll give you
Adala
another chance. Go ahead,
doesn't
prove
take away the concept. If you say that exceptions takes away the Adala, you have to prove your point. Okay?
You're going to prove your definition.
The person that makes a person just is being a Sahabi, right?
Generally
That's
speaking,
it.
yes. Generally
Link
speaking,
to
yes.
being the Adala is the Sahabi.
Yes.
Sahaba,
But how?
right?
Yes.
The link is the Sahaba. The minute it's established
The
it's
fact,
Sahaba,
the fact
they
that he's a Sahabi, the fact that we take hadith from him,
means
now
that
why
he's Sahabi.
there's a Sahabi, why do we take hadith from him? Because obviously we have certain conditions. For example, he has to be trustworthy. He has to have good memory.
automatically a Sahabi is not put to those conditions. Those conditions are narrated in
Anyone who saw it
Marajal.
properly.
Those conditions are narrated in Marajal. It's not applied to Sahaba.
Bring
You
when
know
you
that.
finish.
Some Sahabi,
Love, in Sahabis are not put to that condition. Those ilm Rajal conditions are put to Tabi'in, Taba Tabi'in, and of other later day scholars, not to Sahaba. The minute it's established in the Sahabi, Adul.
That's the concept we're
That's the
tackling.
concept we're talking about.
That's
You
the
get it?
concept.
this concept, by the way, yeah, this concept is not just from the Tabi'in and the Tabi'in. The Sahaba themselves, in
Can a
countless
Sahabi be
narrations,
narrating? Can a Sahabi be weak in narrating hadith?
he can be short in memory.
And would you not reject that narration because of that?
We would maybe consider it.
No, if
In
it
ilm al-Rajal, you
reaches the chain, it reaches the Sahabi,
Sahabi,
Sunni
yes.
scholars do not, that's it. Finish,
it,
khalas.
finish.
Khalas.
We check the
The chain is checked from
the chain, yeah.
everyone to the Sahabi. As soon as
We
it
check
hits the Sahabi,
chain.
done.
We check the chain, okay? And again, I said to you, not every single Sahabi, yeah, falls under the same category.
You have different daraja of Sahabi, that's my story.
But my point
we have
is that
different
anyone who
categories.
saw anyone who has a
your
definition
definition.
companion,
Generally speaking, yes.
he can narrate hadith.
Generally
I
speaking,
asked you to prove this definition from Quran and Sunnah.
I explained to you. Okay, let's go there. Let's go there. Okay, let's go.
Just to make a mawqif clear, Abdul, just so that you understand, maybe there might be a bit of
Yeah.
disparity. He's trying to say the link that makes someone a dul is his being a Sahabi. So,
Generally speaking, yes.
so no, not generally. It's 100%. There's no.
But how do we establish that? Yeah.
Now, to prove he's a Sahabi and your definition of Sahabi, you've said the definition of a Sahabi is anyone who saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a state of Iman
Yes.
and died in that state,
Yes.
even if it's for a second.
Yes.
If Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasallam was over there and I saw him once and I went to Pakistan
I'm a Sahabi.
and disappeared,
I'm a Sahabi.
I'm a Sahabi. As long as I died in a state of
can
Iman.
narrate
True. He's saying prove that definition from Quran and Sunnah.
Okay, no.
Mawqif.
listen.
That definition.
No.
That definition.
No. Why do I have to prove it to you? Why?
Because it's your
Because
claim.
it's your claim.
That's
No,
what-
yeah,
that's
yeah,
another
you made the
claim.
claim.
That's the
This
ikhtilaf.
is-
That's the
No,
ikhtilaf.
this is obviously from the scholars. The ulama have established this. The Quran, this is-
Ulama are not hujjah, bro.
Quran and Sunnah. Quran and Sunnah.
To you they are. To you they are.
Your Sunni scholars.
Your
To
scholars.
you
Your
to you
scholars.
they are.
Sunni
By the way, to
scholars.
Mufid, anyone.
Leave Mufid. I know you like
No,
Mufid.
I know you like Mufid.
You know why? You know why? Because you cannot have a standard for yourself, and then when it comes to us, you kind of flip.
We're talking
on us.
about Rasulullah. You are referring to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
I'm saying even your scholars agree to this. Anyone who met Jafar al-Sadiq is ad.
Okay,
Quran and Sunnah, please.
Mufti said that.
Can you prove it from Quran and Sunnah? Yes or no? That definition.
That what?
That anyone, you just explained it.
saw the Prophet?
Anyone who saw the Prophet is
It's not from the
good.
Quran.
Can you prove it from Quran and
It's
Sunnah?
not from the Quran.
It's not from the Quran.
It's not the Quran.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Where's it
Of
from?
course.
Is
Of
it from the
course.
Sunnah?
Where's it from?
From the Sunnah.
Where?
What?
From the
If they
Sunnah.
saw?
If they saw, yeah, that
They saw?
definition,
Yeah,
that
it's not from the
definition.
Sunnah.
So where'd you
So
get
it's
it
not
from?
from Quran and
The
Sunnah.
ulama- the
Where
ulama-
did you get it from?
Wait,
Where did you get it
Made it
from?
up.
Where did you get it from?
Again.
Where did you get it
He
from?
says not
I'm
from
explaining to
Quran.
you. This concept is from ijma of the scholars. All the
Okay,
scholars.
so it's from the scholars.
Time,
So it's not from the Quran and Sunnah.
when the scholars come to the ijma, it's hujjah.
Is it from Quran and Sunnah?
It's from the ijma of the
Okay,
scholars.
so it's not from
The
Quran and
ijma, hold on,
Sunnah.
wait, the ijma. Okay, you
Yes,
made a good point.
ijma, yeah.
The ijma of the scholars.
Yes.
In Sunni scholars, you know they disagreed about the definition. You know that better than me,
About-
right?
about the
About
Sahabi.
the definition of a Sahabi. So it's not ijma.
Explain to me who.
Huh? The scholars differed with the
Give me an
interpretation of a
example now.
Sahabi.
Give me an
Do you want me to bring it for you? No problem. I can bring it for you if you want. The scholars
Do you think that every single Sunni had that
of the Sahaba, and you know that better than me.
Show me.
Do you think every single scholar had that definition?
Listen, even if there was ikhtilaf, yeah.
So therefore it's not ijma.
No,
Ijma broken.
No, but
So there's not ijma?
It's not. I'm saying it's upon you to prove it to me in the first and foremost.
But you're making the claim.
Secondly, I'm saying to you is this.
Raza, even if we don't go there, we've already proved it's not from Quran and
You
Sunnah.
are saying, look, Zayn,
I don't know why
listen,
you didn't
Zayn.
just correct me at the beginning. I said
Zayn,
that at the
if
beginning.
you say-
Is it from Quran and
no,
Sunnah?
listen.
Why did you retract your statement? You said at the beginning of the
the
discussion,
standard-
it is from Quran and
The
Sunnah,
standard,
and now we're saying
the
it's not.
stand- The standard.
He's saying Quran. Let me
Wait,
explain.
wait,
He's saying it's not Quran. So it's in
the
scholars.
standard-
He's
the
saying
standard-
it's his
But at the
market, it's his
beginning he
position.
did not
This
say
ijma-
it.
This is ijma of the scholars that anyone who
I'm
is
gonna break the ijma
Sahabi
now, wait.
is ad.
Okay.
It's a general position. Anyone who wants to come and say opposite, it's upon you to prove it. Prove it. If you say they're
But
not,
your claim is not from Quran and
Your
Sunnah.
claim is not from Quran and Sunnah. Why would I
Okay,
make that claim?
You prove to me from the Quran and Sunnah that Muhammad was a kafir.
Huh?
You prove
Okay.
to me from the Quran.
I will.
Let's do it.
I will.
do that.
But
Let
that's
him
my
do
point.
this one.
Let's go to your definition first. You established it's not from Quran and Sunnah.
I'm saying,
Okay,
Your
let's
scholars are-
get back to me.
From the ijma.
Sa'id ibn Musayyib, Tabi.
Okay.
A Sahabi is referred to the person who kept company with the Prophet for 1 or 2 years and fought alongside him in 1 or 2 battles. Ijma broken, Sa'id ibn Musayyib. You can't have an ijma without him. You know that, right?
1 year, yeah?
1 or 2 years.
1 or 2
And
years.
who kept company with the Prophet for 1 or 2 years and who had battle.
Where?
And it is by Al-Istiyab fi Asma al-Sahaba.
Okay, let me see.
This is the quotation. This is the quotation here. Sa'id ibn Musayyib. Sahabi is referred to the person who kept company with the Prophet for 1 or 2 years.
Can I see the chain for that? And how authentic it is?
Ajib. Sa'id ibn Musayyib said, I can give you more.
Obviously, no, but it's a
Give him
claim.
more, give him more.
I need to see the chain. Who?
Are you able to authenticate the
I
chain?
need to know. I will check it. I'll check it. Not here. I don't have Rijal books on me. Okay. I will check it. Yeah. If you give me the chain, I have to check how authentic that is. Yeah.
Did you check the other ones?
Check it. Huh?
Did you check the other ones?
Did you check the ones I gave you, by the way? When
Which
you
one?
questioned me, you didn't even
Did
know.
you check the other ones?
You didn't even know the fit came before Majlisi.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Did you know that when you asked me about those proof that I gave you in
Yeah.
the Imamate debate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked you for the reference.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Just give a text.
My point is that.
Retraction. No. Sayyid ibn Musayyib's reference is in Asad al-Khaba. Okay, so
Your
it's
definition
there.
is
Now,
not-
if you say that doesn't prove it. That
That's
doesn't
fine.
prove nothing.
So
You don't
what
know
the point is,
doesn't
that's
prove
fine.
anything.
It doesn't prove it if you don't know it.
No. I'll check it.
My point is, it's not from Quran and Sunnah, it's from your scholars.
Okay, now-
And your scholars even dished on this definition themselves. So according to your definition, it's not according to Quran and Sunnah, it's according to your scholars. We've
saying we can
proven that.
establish-
He said that. He said
He
that.
said- yeah,
I'm saying-
that's fine, that's fine. I'm just general, I'm just
I'm
summarizing.
saying we can establish it just for a reason.
No, I'll leave Akal.
No, you can't.
Anyway,
no,
you
no,
go to Akal.
Quran and Sunnah. Quran and
The
Sunnah.
deen is based on Quran and Sunnah, not your Akal. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
no, you're
Quran, the Sunnah, but you don't
Imam Ali
accept.
alayhi salam said, if
Okay, you
the
don't-
deen was based on
Listen,
Akal,
I'll
I
give
wouldn't
you the
wipe the
Quran.
bottom, the top of the foot, I wipe the bottom. Like you do. Yeah, good.
You don't accept the Quran. What I was saying.
We don't accept
You wouldn't.
all the interpretation, okay?
Yeah, obviously you wouldn't accept the all hadith.
We haven't even given a verse about that.
You haven't even given it.
He was given a general verse about Ansar and the Ansar
no,
al-Muhajirin.
Ansar.
It's a general
And the
verse.
verse
You haven't given
following
nothing
that
about
refutes
the
you.
definition.
The definition what?
The definition.
Oh, we're still talking about the definition.
You haven't gone past it yet.
You haven't
Oh,
got
we're
past
still
it
about the
yet.
definition.
You haven't got past
About
it.
what is a Sahabi?
You haven't gone past
Okay,
it.
quote from Quran and Sunnah.
You can't.
Okay.
You said no.
He said no anyway.
Okay, no problem.
Can I go into my
Okay,
definition
now now you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
So we've proven it's not from the
Because
Quran and
it's all around
Sunnah.
circles anyway.
We've proven your definition is not from Quran and Sunnah. It's according to the scholars, and even in the scholars themselves, there is no ijma. Different scholars have said different things.
Now disprove it.
So I've already disproved your claim in regards to
You haven't
Adalat
disproved
Sahaba.
anything.
I have.
You're
I have.
disputing my claim.
I have. I've already.
Because just because you dispute something doesn't
I don't
make
know
you
why
right.
we went half an hour to get to this point.
Zain,
But the point is, I've
just-
actually already
wait,
won the discussion.
listen,
Because you've already accepted that's not your
just
definition.
because you dispute my claim doesn't mean that it's wrong.
Yes, yes,
No, it
that's what
doesn't.
dispute means.
No, it doesn't mean. Just
If
because
I disputed your
No, no.
claim, that means it's wrong.
Listen, our definition of what is a Sahabi
Yes.
doesn't take away the fact
It doesn't
that
make me right, it makes you
that
wrong.
Allah in the Quran established that they are adl.
No,
You are
proved-
saying-
you couldn't prove that.
No, you are
couldn't prove your
listen,
definition.
You are arguing. Why
not gonna
can
go
you
into
not
it
listen?
further.
You see how you see how insincere.
Take your time.
I'm saying to you, let's see what Allah says about the Sahaba. You are saying no, don't go there.
No, I didn't. I
Prove
said, give
to
it
me.
from Quran and Sunnah.
Prove to
I
me.
said, give it to me from Quran
Prove
and
to
Sunnah.
me.
I didn't
Prove
say
to me where you get your proof about the Sahabi being a Sahabi in the first place and why they are.
That was my question.
You want me to prove to you the concept of what a Sahabi is?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah?
That's the topic.
I'm saying, okay, we're going on a
I don't know,
circle.
That's the topic.
Wait a minute. Because our main dispute within Bain Sunni wa Shia is one of the main disputes is another Sahaba, the view on Sahaba. So if the definition is not the same, of course there's going to be dispute. If we had the same definition, the dispute is finished. So that's why we're saying let's go to the basics and
Okay,
the
now you give me your
foundation.
definition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my point was, I just wanted to summarize that you couldn't give it from Quran and Sunnah. You said it was from your scholars. That's fine.
No, wait.
That's not ijma.
I never said,
And you claim it's not ijma.
I never said a concept of a Sahabi came from Quran and Sunnah. I'm saying we established the Adala from Quran and Sunnah and from reason. I never said that. I never said that the definition of who is a Sahabi is from Quran and Sunnah. Did I say that?
You said your concept is there.
No, I said the concept is from there. The
Yeah.
concept of the Adala is from Quran and Sunnah. Maybe you misunderstood what I said. Yeah, you agree?
Agreed. So,
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah?
fine.
Just
I never said that.
one thing that's clear though, the Adala is linked to the Sahabiyat. Remember that. You're linking
linking
the key
that.
point. The thing that makes them just
Yes.
is not
them
them
being a
themselves.
Yes.
It's the Sohbah.
Yes.
Yes. So the minute you link so therefore we go back to the definition of Sahaba.
Okay,
You see, I
exactly.
keep going back to
Exactly.
that. Because the
Exactly.
reason why is because
Okay.
you're
Okay.
Adala. Okay,
Now-
for example.
Yeah, I know.
If a Sahabi
Yeah.
didn't pray
Yeah.
and you prayed more than a Sahabi, or a Sahabi done sin and you didn't do that sin,
Yeah.
who's more superior?
In taqwa, like
So
I said,
all of them.
like I said, all Sahabas, we don't say they're all
I
the same
said
level.
you or us, who's more superior?
No, I'm saying, look, again, we don't look.
No, us, not
I'm saying,
Sahaba, us.
I'm saying, maybe the one that you said, the one who doesn't pray, obviously he's less in virtue. Allah Alam, maybe he is. We don't know that.
Sunni position is that
We
they'll
don't
be
know
more
that.
superior than you know
No,
that, right?
I'm saying that Sunni position is that generally speaking they're ad, and the exceptions.
And they're more
that's
superior
the
than
thing.
anyone that comes after them.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
therefore they're more, even if
Yes.
you don't, even if you pray and they don't, they're still superior.
They're still more superior.
The point is, and
Yes.
because of the Sohbah.
Yes.
So then we go back to the Sohbah. What is the
Yes.
definition of Sohbah?
Yes.
You give it and I say Quran and Sunnah and you say scholars.
And clearly, you dispute this fact. And what is
And
Saadi.
clearly it's not in Quran and Sunnah, it's from the scholars.
It's from the scholars.
And
That's the
clearly
point.
it's from the scholars.
That's the point.
Respect, yeah? There is a Sahih Hadith of Muslim and in which the Prophet ﷺ said himself, one of the questions that was posed to the Sahaba, is there anyone better than us? And the Prophet ﷺ said, yes, there will be. Those who have not seen me and they're yet to come.
That's the Shia position.
No.
So we quote from their sources.
The thing is-
We say that it can be
My
better.
point
yeah.
is their position.
Their position is that, innit?
Is
Their
that
position
saying?
is that,
You know
innit?
the word Sahaba itself, it's a very loose meaning, that's the truth. If you
That's
go
a
to
loose
the
meaning.
Quran,
There's nothing there.
if you go to the Quran, there's nothing clear.
The scholars, basically, our view is the scholars came to it later to establish
Yeah.
the meaning. The Quran Sunnah doesn't speak about this.
But look
And
at-
even the scholars, you said the ijma is proof. It's not ijma because the scholars disagreed about this subject. They never said one opinion. Do you think the scholars were all saying from the time of the Sahaba, the Tabi'in were like, all Sahaba saw the Prophet, the companions. You think that's just this
I'm
liable?
saying-
Over time, it developed.
You've established, inshallah, let me just go to your definition of companion now. Now, we've never made this claim that anyone who saw the Prophet in a state of Iman and died in that same state is a Sahabi, and then against that, you're saying every Sahabi is just. So if I saw the Prophet from there to that tree, I saw him once, and I'm a Muslim. I said, La ilaha Muhammad Rasulullah in the time of Prophet, I saw him, that's it, khalas, I'm just. Everything I say can be taken in your hadith. That's the Sunni claim. You admit it is not from Quran and Sunnah, you said it's from the scholars,
Sure.
and even them it's not from Ijma.
Give me-
Now I would like my interpretation.
No,
Aki, you've had your time.
No, because that,
Aki,
that,
had your time.
That,
Inshallah, I want,
that goes against Mufid, what he said.
that's fine. But I want to go to
So
my.
who's right?
I would like to go to. We're talking about the Prophet. We're not talking about Imam Jafar Sadiq. But in regards to that, I want to go to my position on the Dawla Sahaba. We never made this claim. Our claim is that our definition of Sahaba is established what is mentioned in the Quran. We bring all the ayats which have mentioned the word Sahaba, bring them together, and then alongside hadith, extrapolate a conclusion. Surah 3 verse 144. Anyone who reprimands the people who ran away from war, will you then turn back your heels? And you would by no means do Allah any harm. Surah 3 verse 144. In regards to Sahaba, the one you mentioned, Surah 9 verse 100. Allah is pleased on Muhajir and Ansar. Yes, no. I'd like to mention it's my definition. It's my definition. It's rude. It's my definition.
You're chucking in all these kind of claims.
No. It's my definition.
Step by step. Step by step.
Okay, fine.
I want you to substantiate the claim you made initially about that whoever meets the Prophet ﷺ, we as Shias, we don't take that to be a kind of it's not enough. Yeah?
It's not enough.
Where do you get that from?
We're saying that against the Quran and Sunnah in regards to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. We're saying from the Quran and Sunnah, that is not the definition which is established. Where have you got this definition from? And you established it from your scholars, which is fine, but it's not from Quran and Sunnah.
No, but who preceded you
this
in the same?
This is my time. I would like to our definition of Sahaba.
Claims,
that's fine. But my point, you can reject the verses which I'm saying, but we already established your definition isn't from Quran and Sunnah. Surah 33, 144, anyone who ran away from war, Surah 3 verse 144, it's definitely not in regards to the piety of Sahaba, it's not there. Surah 49, anyone who ran away from wars. More definitions, Surah 49 verse 2, anyone who raises his prophet, anyone who raises his voices above the prophet, Allah says their deeds will become nullified. And I'm going to go into this later about who this Asbab al-Nuzul, who the cause of revelation of this verses were about. The brothers who know here know. But in regards to more definitions, we bring them all together. Surah 9 verse 100, those who are the Muhajir and Ansar. What we don't do is say fully, every single person of the Muhajir and Ansar went with the Prophet, he's a Sahaba. It's illogical to have this definition.
This
is our definition.
Okay, step by step.
Wait. I'd like to...
Number one, because
I haven't finished. Okay. Surah 49 verse 2. Surah 32 verse number 23. Oh people, I do not ask you except you have love for my near kin, love for my family. This is also a definition of Sahaba. They must have love towards the Prophet's family. Then we go to the hadith alongside this. Now I'd like to present some hadith for you as well.
Wait, explain to me, how do you establish the adl, number one? How were the Sahaba, according to you, how do you establish that they are adl?
All of these conditions, and in addition to that, they love the Prophet's family. These are how we define the definition.
So love the Prophet,
loving,
family,
not running away from wars, not raising your voices above the Prophet.
Normal Muslims are
normal Muslims.
This is how you establish it, yeah?
This is how we establish it.
You're not doing normal
For the Prophet, this is how we establish it.
I see.
And we're sticking to the topic of the Prophet. Now, I haven't finished.
Who preceded you saying this?
I haven't finished this.
I want you to give me the evidence for this.
What?
Where you got this from?
Okay. Riwayah of Imam Zain al-Abidin from Sahifa al-Kamila, English translation, London, page number 27.
From where?
Sahifa al-Kamila, Imam Zain al-Abidin, the fourth Imam of the Shias. Page number 27. I know, I'm giving you our definition according to our books. Oh God, and as for the companions of Muhammad specifically, those who did well in companionship, those who did good tests in helping them, responded to him when he made clear arguments, separated from mates and children in manifesting his words, fought against his fathers and sons, fought against his fathers and sons, in strengthening his prophecy, and in through gaining victory. Those who wrapped around affection around him, hoping for a commerce that comes not to love except love for him. Those who were left by clans, and those who clung to his handhold, and denied by their kinsfolk when they rested in the shadow of their kinship. Forget not, O God, when they abandon for thee and in thee, and make them pleased with thy good pleasure for the sake of their creatures. So in regards to this hadith that I quoted from Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, from the fourth Imam for the Shias, he's giving this definition of the companion here. Those who were good, those who never ran away from wars. These are the things which establish what a Sahaba is for the Shia school of thought. Now I'm going to go one step forward with this. I've proved your definition is not from Quran and Sunnah, it's from your scholars. I proved from Quran and Sunnah, our definition makes very logical sense. I gave you Quran.
You give Quran for what?
I gave you Quran. I gave you all those verses. Surah 3 verse 144. Surah 49 verse 2. Don't raise your voices above the Prophet. Surah 42 verse number 23.
How do you from that verse say that proves your point? Explain to me how.
What do you mean? My point is that this is our definition of car.
No, break it down for me.
Okay, from these are all the virtues of a Sahaba. If they satisfy these requirements, this is who would be classified as a Sahaba. Allah's praising these good Sahaba. It makes complete logical sense.
How does that establish that they were Sahaba?
I just told you. In regards to these good virtues, these are good virtues of Sahaba.
You're taking ambiguous verses.
They're not ambiguous, they're very clear.
General verses, and you're applying it generally on the Sahaba.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so what is it that I was doing that you had the problem with?
You couldn't back up your claim. You said everyone.
That's exactly what you're doing.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Zayn, You're doing
You're
exactly,
saying-
you're
saying-
doing
okay,
exactly the same
let
thing
me show you why.
that I've been doing for
me
the past
let me
40 minutes.
Let me show you why.
I
Because
didn't even go to the hadith.
according to your definition,
I didn't. Wait, you mentioned the hadith in your
Can I
books.
point-
I can go to my books of hadith.
I said
because
Quran and Sunnah.
because you don't accept it.
I said
I
Quran and
didn't
Sunnah.
mention it.
You said
I
Quran and
didn't
Sunnah.
mention it.
Your Sunnah could have been there. That's
No,
part of
look,
it. Hadith is part of Sunnah.
I can go. I can stand it all day long, quoting from the hadith authentically, even from.
My point was-
I can establish the adl of my way, even from your books.
Can I respond? Can I respond?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
You made a claim that anyone who saw the Prophet in a state of Iman and died in that same state is a Sahaba and all the Sahaba just. You couldn't define your claim from the Quran and
Because I
Sunnah.
never said it was on the Quran and Sunnah.
No, at the beginning you did, then you changed it.
I never said who.
So fair enough. It's not from Quran and Sunnah.
No.
Fair.
Okay,
So it's not from Quran and Sunnah.
Listen.
Fair.
Because it's going around in circles.
It's not from Quran and Sunnah.
Let's go.
Can I finish my point?
Let's
I gave you a lot of time. You've given me very few time. I've given ayats. These are what people. Allah has revered the companions in a high point. The Quran says, "Don't call yourself mu'min. Call yourself Muslim." The mu'min are the people who have the highest state of piety. The Muslim is the one who says, "La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah." You go around this hierarchy. Right at the bottom, you have munafiq. So we have a hierarchy of these companions. You're saying anyone who saw the Prophet in a state of Iman is just. Anyone who saw him, if I saw him there, I'm just. It doesn't matter what my regard is, whether I ran away from wars, whether I raised my voice about the Prophet. You don't take these ayats of the Quran.
Now you're mentioning ayat and you're referring to some people. Yeah?
How so?
Because now that ayah about now you mentioned about raising the voice.
Yes.
Yeah? You're referring to some people now.
And the Asbab al-Nuzul was on Abu Bakr and Umar, by the way. Let me give you that as well. According to Bukhari. According to Bukhari.
Now, are you saying that Abu Bakr and Umar were not adl?
Say again?
Are you saying they were not just?
No, they weren't just.
They weren't just.
That's
yeah?
our opinion.
Right.
But now, I'd like to
Okay,
finish
okay,
my. You keep cutting me off.
go on.
I've given the ayats. This is what establishes the definition of a companion. Now let's go further more than this. Let's go to the Sunnah. Your Sunnah, not our Sunnah. Let's go to your hadiths.
No, listen. But by the way, first and foremost,
Yes.
before you throw all this shubahat, because now
It's
you're
not shubahat, it's my
you're
time.
all over the place. Then.
No. I'm very clear. I'm very clear.
No. Step by step. Listen.
I've established our definition.
Listen,
Let me go forward.
Listen, when I went with you, I went step by step. And you were running circles
You
about
step
what is a
backwards.
Sahabi.
You step backwards,
no,
not forwards.
No, you
But-
listen. Let's establish the fact that who is a Sahabi. Because what you're saying, okay, for example, if I made a claim that all the companions of Ja'far al-Sadiq are reliable because Ja'far al-Sadiq met them, would you accept that?
No, I'm talking about Rasulullah. We're not talking about Imams. My point is a different subject. We're talking about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yes.
Our definition against yours. Our definition of Rasulullah against your definition of Rasulullah.
And where did you get this
So
definition from?
What?
According to who? Did you make it up or did your scholars
I
make
gave
it?
you a hadith from Imam Zain
No,
al-Abidin.
wait. I'm saying, look, does this come from Zayn, the
not-
Blade Runner?
listen,
or does it come from your
My point.
school?
My point is, our definition, yes,
Because
comes
no
from
one
our
cares
school.
who a 21st century Shia guy called
My
Blade
point-
Runner is.
my point
I
is-
want to know, does your madhab, does your
That's
school
fine.
agree with it?
That's fine. My point is that our definition,
Yeah.
yes, it comes from our scholars. Your definition comes from your scholars. But our
Which
definition,
scholars?
wait. But our definition makes sense. It goes alongside the Quran and Sunnah. Your definition is very illogical.
Makes sense.
Your definition is very illogical.
It's very
Anyone
illogical.
who saw the Prophet
Yeah.
is a dul. I can take a deed from him.
Anyone who saw the Prophet,
Yes.
anyone who the Prophet saw him and he died upon that state.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
Muslim and I saw him and I died.
Yes, and he died.
Yes.
Why is that illogical? Why is it
That's-
illogical?
we just said it.
No.
It's
Again.
very illogical.
Brother, listen, guys.
Okay. Let me, can I show you why?
Why
Let
is
me
it
show you why.
illogical?
Brother, can I tell you why?
Wait.
Can I tell you why?
Why is it illogical
Okay.
to assume that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had such a good judgment
Okay.
that he knew who was companion?
No. That's not what your
They had
point.
good
That's not your
companions.
definition.
No.
That's not your definition.
No.
But let me prove why.
I said to
Brother,
you, Quran,
let me prove why.
Sunnah, and I said,
me prove why.
And I said reason.
Let me prove
Yeah?
why. This is my brother, yeah?
Yeah.
Imagine I never met this man before.
Yeah.
I saw him. I left. I'm in Iraq. I'm in Pakistan.
You're my friend.
I'm his Sahabi. I can narrate hadith. That's your
That means you're my
definition.
friend.
Yes, but do we do that?
That's
Yeah,
your
you do.
definition.
That's what you do.
Okay.
That's your definition.
Did we narrate from Sahabi who only met the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam once?
Your
Your
concept
concept is
just.
there. Your concept that they're all just.
But you said I can narrate hadith from him.
You can. It does. It's
can.
allowed.
Yes,
I'm
it's
saying-
allowed.
I'm saying, okay. But
Secondary
Do we
premise.
do that?
Secondary premise.
You narrate from Muawiyah, and that's big enough
Yeah,
for us.
that's
anyway.
good
Is
enough.
it?
Yeah, you do.
Okay,
When did
let's-
he become Muslim? Right.
Let's, okay, khalas, it's fine.
That's the point.
Yeah, let's discuss
But you
Muawiyah.
said why it's not illogical.
Let's
go to
discuss
one.
Muawiyah.
Okay, get it.
We'll get to more.
We'll get.
Yeah, let's discuss
Go to him
Muawiyah.
now.
By the way, I have to pray, by the way, yeah? So,
Okay, can I just refer to hadiths? You can't cut me off one more time. Do you need to pray now? Okay.
Okay, let me come back.
Yeah.
I'll come back. Always.
Part 2 to be continued, inshallah.
content.
It's like half an hour, an hour.
You can see more brothers here. One day, if it is one day a year, it's still good. What you saying?